Hello everyone, welcome back to another monthly TBR video, and this one is for the month of December, the final month of 2024. I honestly cannot believe we're already here. This year feels like it has gone so quickly. I've had a lot of things towards the end of this year that I've really been looking forward to, and some a little bit dreading, right? But it's just gone so fast. We have flown through 2024. This is the final month, and honestly, I don't even know what I want from my TBR this month. I am so busy with so many things. I have no idea what I'll be able to manage, what I'll actually be able to fit on reasonably onto my TBR, and I'm just gonna be winging it. I'm gonna be winging it this month. I don't have much of a plan. I am participating in Merry Bookmas, so I will be doing that, and these books I'm kind of just going to be fitting onto the prompts. Whatever books end up making it onto this TBR, they're just going to be fit onto the prompts for Merry Bookmas, and then trying to fit other ones on there as well that'll fit those prompts. Hopefully I'll have a decent amount of reading time this month, but it really will depend on how my school goes. So let's go ahead, let's look at how I did for the month of October. If you remember, October was very nice. Why am I saying October? November. November was very nice to me. Okay, here is my November stack. Now, I do have Edge Dancer on here in place of Dawn Shard, but it was Dawn Shard. Okay, I had to go look at what they each were for. Dawn Shard was for an audiobook, which I did read. Assassin's Fate was Spinner Wheel, Perfect Timing, which I started, barely. I'll go into that. Fool's Quest was for a mood read, and then Rhythm of War was for Unique Magic System. So I won the month of November. I get to remove another black hole from the board, which I'm really excited about. So I'll only have one black hole left on the board, one extra black hole left on the board. And I did really well with this. I mean, obviously Rhythm of War is chunky. All of these books are kind of thick except for Edge Dancer. And I'm going to be honest, Assassin's Fate, I had started it. I was barely into it, and then I found out that I would not actually be able to meet Robin Hobb because they put out tickets for the Robin Hobb signing, and I did not know that that was going to happen. I did not realize that the tickets for it were going to be going on sale ahead of time, and I didn't get tickets, and so I was just very sad about it, and I didn't feel like reading a Robin Hobb book at that point when I was so excited to meet her, and then I found out I was not going to be able to meet her. I was sad. I was a sad girl for a while. I'm still sad about it, but I have kind of recovered. So if I can fit Assassin's Fate onto December's TBR, I definitely will. But it has moved down my priority because a lot of the reason I wanted to finish it is because I wanted to finish it before I met Robin Hobb. And now that that's no longer going to be happening, it's not as much of a priority, but I still want to finish it. I'm in that series and I love it. So we'll see. But I won. The point of that long ramble is I won. And we're going to jump into our first roll and remove a black hole from the board. Okay, here we go. We are removing a black hole from the board, and of course I am going to be picking this black hole because it is furthest from the beginning. The only one we have left now is this one on number 2, so this is a good day. Okay, here's our first roll. Hopefully we can channel the vibes of last month. An 8. I think that's good. Oh, I could be wrong. Oh, it's been so long since we hit this one, I forgot. But yes, we are back at the beginning. Wow, not our best start. Well, that's a unfortunate way to start. I'm a little bit nervous if we are starting out with a wormhole. It's okay though, it is the first wormhole. I don't tend to get too worried when that's the one that we hit, but here we go. Let's see what it gives me. I mean, there are some really nice series that it could pick for me, but there are some gnarly series it could pick for me too. If I had to get back into Wheel of Time, I probably would have to start from the beginning again because I let it go for too long. Actually, this is one time where I wouldn't be sad if Stormlight Archive came out because I do want to read the 5th and final book in December. So that one would be nice, even though it's probably the longest possible book that it could draw for me. Okay. Got one. Bent it. I always seem to bend them. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's upside down. What do we have? Gods of the Weirdwood, huh? Okay. I'm not mad about this. I started this book this series earlier this year, and I put this in fairly recently. I think it was only a couple months ago because the second book came out, but I will go grab that. So here we go. Warlords of Weirdwood is the sequel to Gods of the Weirdwood. I don't know if this necessarily had, oh, the Forsaken trilogy. I guess I could have put that on the thing, but I did not know that when I was making it and putting it in. This series, I am really looking forward to jumping back into. I read the first one on a readathon. I binged it. It was so much fun. I loved just the vibes and atmosphere of the first book. It follows this man who used to be some type of a warrior and has since retired and moved back to his family farm, but people are coming after him because of his history. And so he is like trying to avoid that while also like maintaining his quiet life that he wants to maintain. There is a wood that is known for people like dying when they go in it because there are gods there. And there is this political power that's also kind of maneuvering, and we're following them a little bit as well. So there's kind of a lot going on, but it also feels very slow, and you just sit in this world with these characters. Not slow in a bad way, just in a way that you can kind of sink into this world. So I'm looking forward to reading the sequel. The first one ended very interesting. It's very exciting. I want to know where we go from here. I loved the kind of like epilogue thing of the first one because it's setting this one up for some just very interesting things to happen. I know I've used the word interesting a lot, but I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm not mad that it was picked, except for the fact that it's pretty chunky, and we're at the beginning, so this could get dangerous. Okay, come on. How about bigger than an 8? I'd like bigger than an 8. Or 4, you know, that too. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so we landed on a comet. Comet means it is a free spot, and we just get to roll again without picking a book. Yes. Okay, maybe that made up for the wormhole. Come on, bigger than a 4, please. Yes, a 9. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm actually now worried we're gonna hit that second wormhole. Whew. That was close. That was way too close for comfort. I didn't really like it. Okay, star prompt, and we get a gifted book. I do like that. Okay, that went pretty well. So Comet, awesome, love to see that. And then we got a star. The prompt is gifted. And for this, I'm actually going to be reading a book that was given to me by one of my Patreons. He wrote it and I started it. I read the first chapter a while back, and I was just really busy and had a lot going on, so I never continued on with it. So I want to continue on with it this month, and the title is A Journey Thrice Begun by Sean Bobby Kerr. I don't know if he puts his whole name on the actual book, honestly. I have an arc of it, but I know that it has since come out on Amazon as an ebook, and so this is the book that I'm going to be reading. The first chapter that I've read so far, we start out following our character who lives in this small town, but then is reached out to by this prestigious university to say he's been selected to go study magic there, and he's like, yeah, I don't really want to. But there's also kind of this mystery of there was someone like killed, and he is like worried about this person going around with a sword, and he's trying to kind of figure out what is happening here. And of course, I'm sure we're going to find out that it's all interconnected. Him going to the university, all these people showing up in the town is probably going to have some connections to it, but I'm interested to see where we go with it. It felt like a fairly cozy fantasy, which I like in December. So this one is going to be going on my December TBR, and I don't know how long it is. I don't know if I'm adding another long book onto my TBR on top of my already fairly long book, but we shall see. I think it'll be a fairly quick read though, because it did have that like easy to read, easy to digest feel to it. So looking forward to trying this one out, and hopefully I didn't just add another really long book to my TBR. Okay, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. There's not much we can hit, so we get a 4. Ah, why? Ooh, another comet. Wow, the 4s and the comets are just going together. I'm liking it. Okay, big numbers. 5. Okay, not the biggest, but we'll take it. 5, a moon, and our prompt is ends in an odd page number. Sometimes this is easy, sometimes this can be hard. Okay, we got another comet, which we love. Apparently fours and comets go together. And then we got a moon. The moon prompt is a book that ends in an odd page number. And for this, I'm going to pick The Fae's Bride by R.L. Medina. This one ends, let me show you the end page. Here we go. It ends there on 243. I hope that focused for you because I can't really tell. But this is the book that my sister sent me for the month of November. We're doing our sister book exchange, and this was the book that she sent for November for a cozy fantasy. I am really excited to jump into this one. It says, a busy witch, an enamored count, an enchanted villa filled with nosy sisters. I think this is just going to be like a cozy good time fantasy. I'm looking forward to it. It doesn't seem like it will be that long of a read. It's just like around 250 pages. So I'm hoping that this one will be an easy one to just kind of sink into, relax in, because December is going to be very stressful for me. So this might be needed to kind of break up maybe some of my thicker fantasies. I only have one thick fantasy on there as of right now, but I'm anticipating a second and I don't know what else the board is going to give me. So I'm hoping that being nice to myself at this point is going to be helpful in the long run. Okay. 6. Only a 6. Only a 6 would be bad for us. We can do this. Ooh, here we go. No 6s. 5. I actually am happy about that. That's good. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Now we will not hit that one. Okay. Moon, and our prompt is a female author. Nice. I read a ton of those. That should be easy. Okay, we're moving along. Things are going well. We got another moon prompt, and that is female author. And for this one, I have decided to go with Foul Days by Genevieve Dumore. I do not know how to pronounce that name, apparently. I butchered it really bad. But this one is my Patreon buddy read for the month of December. I'm really looking forward to it. I am very surprised that this is the book that they picked, but I am really happy that this is the book they picked. This, I believe, is an adult high fantasy series, and I've heard it compared to being like a mix of The Witcher and Naomi Novik, and I love Naomi Novik's writing, and I feel like it's perfect for the winter months, so I'm really hoping to get some of those like Slavic folklore vibes from this book. I love this owl crate cover. I think this is an owl crate one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. I really like the cover that they did with it. I think it looks just intriguing. Like, I'm drawn in. I want to know more about this world. So really excited to put this one on here. Plus, it's kind of shorter. It should be a like decently easy read. So I'm trying to be nice to myself, and also thank you to my Patreons for being nice and picking this as our buddy read. Whew, here we go. Okay, we are safe from this one. 8. Not an 8. Anything but an 8. But honestly, if we could go bigger than an 8, I would be so happy about that. Okay, here we go. Oh, this could be good. 7! Yes! Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. Yay! 6, 7. We have to add an extra book, but we didn't hit the black hole. Special edition, I can do that. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, we are in a great spot. I mean, we can't go back to the beginning. We're gonna be done on the next one. This is amazing. I am so happy. The game was nice to me again. But anyway, we got a moon prompt. The prompt was special edition. And for this one, I am going to no one's surprise, put on Wind and Truth by Brandon Sanderson. This is the 5th and final book in the Stormlight Archive. And I have been waiting for this book for so long. I am so excited for it. I absolutely had to put it on this TBR, and I ordered the Waterstones special edition of this book. So that is why this one can go on as special edition, because I know I have a regular edition coming as well, but I'm going to put it on because I did order the special edition of it. Oh, the Stormlight Archive is one of my favorite series of all time. It's so well done, so well written. I love the characters and the world, the intrigue. All of it is just so good. I can fall into that world, get lost in it. I read Rhythm of War in 3 days. I doubt I'll have time to be able to do that for this next book, but I would love to. I am just really happy I was able to fit it onto my TBR, and I'm really excited to read it. So yes, this one is going on. And I'm feeling confident putting it on because I know that the next one is our final book. So even though we have one, this is another chunky fantasy added on, I really think it's reasonable for this one. Does not really matter what we roll. So of course now we get a big number and a 9. It's fine. Boom, now we are on to the spinner wheel. Oh, I am so excited. This was a good game. It was a little bit more than last month, but honestly, really nice. Okay, we are at the end. I am so excited. This was a nice TBR. It wasn't as nice as last month, but let's be honest, is anything as nice as last month? But it still was reasonable, right? We have books on here that I'm excited about. I have a mix of shorter and longer books, easier and more difficult books. So I think this is really good. We're going to jump into the spinner wheel. For those of you who don't know, I will spin a wheel of prompts and then I have 10 seconds to find a book that fits that prompt. Otherwise, I have to spin the wheel again. And if I spin the same thing as I did last month, I also have to spin again. Last month was perfect timing. I don't think I'm really too fussed about what I get as a prompt. Obviously, I don't want perfect time because I don't really want to spin again. But other than that, I think I'm okay. I don't have as many options up here to pick from, so this could get random. Okay, let's spin, let's see. Series. Okay, that is nice. We can do that. You know what I'm gonna do? Do I have to spin again if I pick the same book? I don't think so. Because, let me stop recording. I know I usually don't put books on that are from the previous TBR if I won, but I really do still want to read this one, and I just don't think I'm going to have enough time in December to read this one on top of putting another one on here. It's going to be a really, really busy month for me, so I want this one to go on there. This is the final book in the Realm of the Elderlings that I need to read, and since I barely started it, and it is, over 850 pages long, I don't feel bad about putting this one on here, and I'm really excited for it. I want it to be on here. I don't know if I've ever put the same book on a TBR for the spinner wheel 2 months in a row, though. This might be a first, but I think this is a good pick. I love this series, and I tend to binge these books, so really looking forward to this one. Glad it went on, but this is another chunky fantasy put on there. I should be fine. If I'm not, whatever. I actually have a black hole to put back on this time. But anyway, let's look at our list of books. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have a book that I do not own, A Journey Thrice Begun, which was for a gifted book. Assassin's Fate for Spinner Wheel series book. Foul Days for a book by a female author. The Phase Bride for a book that ends in an odd page number. Warlords of Weirdwood for a Wormhole jar pick. And then I put on Rhythm of War, but this is Wind and Truth, which is for a special edition. This is a pretty chunky stack, honestly. This book, Wind and Truth, is going to be so long. Wind and Truth is as long as 2 chunky fantasy books. It's over 1,300 pages long, so a little bit worried about that one. This one's also chunky. This one is too, but I'm feeling like this is a reasonable stack. I think I can complete this. This seems like a TBR that I'm going to be really excited about, that I'm really going to want to jump into. So fingers crossed I get some reading time. It's probably going to be a lot towards the end of the month, around the holiday times, so it might seem like I'm not going to win for a while there, but we shall see what happens. I'm really looking forward to these books. I think this is an awesome stack. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you're reading for December, the books you want to finish out before the end of the year, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.